Hey guys, this is your girl Jennifer Lynn, the Crown Jewel, and I am back with another YouTube video. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So I want to talk to you guys about something a little bit different today. So the title of this video is How God Delivered Me from Smoking Weed. Some of the God-Ordained spouses will be scared straight. How God delivered me from smoking weed. Some of the God ordained spouses will be scared straight. I know many of you guys are probably like, what? She used to smoke weed? Yes, I used to smoke weed. So I'm going to tell you about my experience with weed smoking. And so, when I first tried weed, actually I tried cigarettes with friends in high school, and then shortly after I graduated, I tried weed for the first time with my at the time best friend. And so, fast forward, I think I tried it maybe, I don't know, maybe anywhere from 1 to 3 times when I was like 18, 19 years old. And so fast forward, I had a really close friend. We were really close, got along really well. And so she was heavily into weed smoking. Her family was heavily into weed smoking, so much her and her mom, her and her stepfather, they would actually smoke weed together. And so at this time, I was not into it at all. But I'm sure you guys all know every once in a while, we get stressed out. The weekend comes, we just want to relax. And so every once in a while, I started engaging in that with her. Now, this is probably about, I don't know, somewhere between maybe 5 to 7 years ago. And I wasn't doing it like every day. Some people, they do it every day. She was someone that did it every day, and she was saying it was like an actual bill for her, like a high, like she was really into it. And like I said, I would engage in it every once in a while if we went out on a Friday or Saturday night, and I just wanted to let my hair down. It was around the time that I had started my business, and it was just, really stressful running a business. And, I just wanted to relax when the weekend came. And so that was kind of like an outlet for me. And so I would do that with her. Sometimes I would do it at home if I'm alone, whatever the case may be. Fast forward, I end up being in a relationship with my God ordained spouse. And so every once in a while, this is something that we would engage in. His cousin actually, she sold it or whatever, and she would sell it to me. And so, like I said, I didn't do it a whole lot, but every once in a while I would do it. So one particular time we decided to go out of town, me and my God ordained spouse, we decided to go out of town to Vegas. Everybody know people call Vegas Sin City. And so they also, you hear people saying what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So we're like, Vegas is the place, Vegas is the party place. We're going to have fun. We're going to let our hair down. We're going to have an experience. And so, for many people that may not know, Vegas, I think marijuana was always legal in Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. And so, when we went, we decided to go to a marijuana shop and get some gummies. And all of this was new to me, uppers, downers. I mean, I wasn't into it like that, but so we ended up getting some. Now, this is our second time going to Vegas. The first time we had did the same thing, and we had a blast. Okay, we had a blast. Okay, so the second time we end up going back to Vegas, we go to a different dispensary. And so I don't know. I guess this dispensary, maybe they had something that was a little bit stronger. I don't know. We all know, we all have a past. We all know that this is not something that we should be engaging in. I'm hoping that this is a judgment free zone because I'm going somewhere with this. Okay. And so, we go to this dispensary, we go to the hotel, and so he had his certain type of gummies, I had my certain type of gummies or whatever. And so I want to say maybe about 30 minutes into me taking these gummies, it was spirits that started to enter my body. This is no lie. There was spirits that entered my body, and I had never in my life experienced anything like this before. The best way I could explain this, it was almost like a clock. And this is me actually being in a moment. It was probably about, I don't know, maybe about 5, 6 different spirits in my body just from taking these gummies. And so I don't know if you guys have ever heard when people engage in drugs and alcohol, you're opening yourself up to demonic spirits. And so at the time, I didn't notice because we were living in a world. I was just looking to let my hair down, have some fun. And so I noticed that it was like I was in my body, but I was deep down inside. And these spirits, they were at the forefront. Each spirit had a different voice and a different personality. And like I said, the best way I could explain this to you guys, it was like a clock. If you're looking at a clock, the different hands are going around. So I want to say like every couple of minutes, the clock is ticking, the clock is moving, one spirit will come. And then another couple minutes down the line, another spirit would come, and then another spirit, and then another spirit. Each of these spirits had different personalities and different voices. Finally, when it was my turn to speak, I was begging and pleading my God ordained spouse to do something to help me. And it was like I was on a time clock. I had to hurry up and say what I wanted to say because I knew these spirits would be coming back to the forefront and I would be pushed deep down inside my body, my soul, whatever you want to call it. And it was like they would push me out the way where I would no longer be able to speak because they were taking over my body. So, like I said, it was like a clock where each spirit would have their time to act out, to speak, to say whatever they wanted to say. And then after so long, it would be my turn. But it seemed like the spirits, they had much longer time to speak, to act out, to say to say what they wanted to say, how they wanted to say it. And then when I had my turn, I had a very short time. And this was a time that I was using to try to convince my spouse to try to pray and ask God to help me out of this situation. I don't know why I kept saying to him, it was like I was saying, "I can't control this, they're taking over my body. Let's just have sex." I don't know, for whatever reason, I kept saying to him, "Let's have sex to get these spirits out of my body." I don't know why I was saying that. Now it doesn't even make sense why I was saying that. And guys, I literally felt like I was gonna lose my mind. Like I don't know if you guys have ever heard some people say like they've done drugs, they've done this, they've done that, and they tried it one time and their minds, it was like messed up. They were never the same again. That's what I thought was going to happen to me. And so, like I said, it was very scary for me. And all I could do in the midst of me saying to him, let's have sex so we can get rid of these spirits, get these spirits out of my body. At the same time, it's like deep down inside, I'm praying. I literally had to pray my way through this situation because I thought that I was going to lose my mind. I thought I was going to lose my life. It was just a very scary period. And I think God had to allow me to experience this to let people know how real this is because I always heard people say when you do drugs, when you do alcohol, the spirits will take over your body. It's a real thing, guys. It is a real thing. And so it was just, I can't even explain it. It was such a scary thing. So I don't know if any of you guys have had any experiences like that with people that where they just totally get out of character from, smoking or drinking. These are demonic spirits taking over their body. So, for those of you guys, the reason that I'm sharing this with you, one, I'm hoping that nobody is engaging in that. Two, if you have, let's just say, family members or even your spouse that may be engaging in certain things, or it doesn't even have to be a substance or alcohol or anything like that. When you open yourself up to the demonic world on any level, when it does not line up with God, there are spirits that will take over your body. So I'm saying this to you guys to say, for those of you guys who think that it's your God-ordained spouse that's acting a certain way when they're engaging in things in the world, like I said, is demonic spirits taking over their body. Now, I don't know what they're engaged in, but they're not engaged in anything when it comes to the kingdom of God. So when you do things that don't line up with God, you're opening yourself up to the demonic world. So I don't know if that makes sense, but at the end of the day, God had to basically scare me straight. Like, I was so afraid that I was going to lose my mind. I was so afraid I was going to lose my mind. God had to literally just scare me straight. So, for those of you guys that don't think that the Lord is not going to scare these God ordained spouses straight because of things that they're involved in, which can very well be demonic. I'm telling you that it happened to me. And I thought I was going to lose my life. I thought I was going to lose my mind. So, I don't know if any of you guys can relate, but yeah, after that last time in Vegas, that was it for me. I never touched a substance again after that. I never, because it was horrible. It was horrible. So I don't know if you guys have any stories like this that you might want to share, or anyone that you might know, maybe your God ordained spouse, you, family members, but it only takes literally one time for me to experience something just in a horrible way for me to really get it. And so again, God is going to be doing a lot of this with a lot of the God ordained spouses. They're literally going to have to be scared straight out of some situations to turn back to God. By the way, guys, I am now offering live virtual coaching sessions. Before, I was doing the email coaching. I'm no longer doing that. I am now offering live virtual coaching call sessions. I also have my book course that's coming up this month. Again, that's a live virtual book course where you guys will get to interact with me. And so, I am going to show you guys how to make money. I'm going to show you guys how to take your income to the next level. I'm going to show you guys how I made over $50,000 in less than 3 years off my books. I am also going to show you guys how I sold over 100 books in less than 10 days. So I'm going to show you guys how to be successful authors if you are ready to be a successful business entrepreneur, a successful author that is going to have your book selling. Sign up for my book course. You can find the link down in the description of this video. This is your girl, Jennifer Land, the Crown Jewel, and I will talk with you guys next time.